My children subscribe to an Israeli children's magazine, which they receive every Friday. And so it comes together for free with the front section of the newspaper Makor Rishon. Okay, Makor Rishon. And usually I don't get around to reading this front section, but on this past Friday, they had a sort of something interesting way at the top. It's called The 100 Most Influential Jews in the World. So I was pretty interested. Who are the 100 most influential Jews in the world? That's interesting. So unfortunately, I didn't buy the newspaper, so I only know actually the top 50. I'd have to buy the paper to find out who the second top 50 are. But among the top 50 influential Jews, then there's a lot of people we've heard of. There's people like Mark Zuckerberg and Woody Allen, Philip Roth, people like that. But I was interested that only 4 of them are women. There's only Jill Abramson, who actually I just looked her up on Wikipedia, and so she is actually the executive editor of the New York Times, very influential Jewish woman influencing the world. And the second is Barbara Walters. The third is Barbara Streisand. And the fourth is Sheryl Sandberg, the chief operating officer of Facebook. 4 very influential women, so I thought it was interesting actually. Like Makor Rishon is it's like probably 99% of the readership is Orthodox. So it's surprising that out of these top 50, they came up with 4 Jewish women, and none of them are Orthodox. So just like some food for thought. And so this past Shabbat, I was reading a really amazing book called All of a Kind Family. My dear friend Betty Herman, she bought it for me as a present. And this is like one of the best books I have ever read. I love this book. If you've never heard of it, it's a story of a family, of a Jewish family living on the Lower East Side in 1912, and they're raising 5 daughters. And Betty got it for me, I guess, because I have 5 daughters. So it's an Orthodox family, and so whatever. Reading it, I read it. I almost finished it this Shabbat, and it is so. I was just laughing out loud at so many things. It was so reminiscent. Like so many things reminded me of my own Orthodox home with 5 girls, and like what happens and the interactions between me and the kids and the girls between each other. I love this book. It's really the best. If you're looking for a good Ima Peptalk, this is it. Go on. I just looked on Amazon. It's at just over $6. All of you should be reading this. It's so inspirational. You're gonna have this family and like the good feeling in the home, but especially what's really inspirational is reading about the mother. So the interesting thing is this mother, she doesn't even have a name. She's like one of the central characters in the book, and she doesn't have a name in the whole book. We never find out what her name is. Her name's Mama. Okay? And she's a woman who doesn't leave the house very much. It seems as though she spends about 95% of her waking hours in the kitchen, and she like makes the meals, and she gets ready for the Jewish holidays. We see her getting ready for Pesach. She's getting ready for Sukkot. She's getting ready for Shabbos every week, she has her kids get a bunch of her kids get scarlet fever. We see her taking care of them, and doing various things in the home, and sewing, and cleaning, and doing what a Jewish mom does. And she's not working. She's not a person who, if she lived nowadays, she's not a person who would have looking up Sheryl Sandberg or Barbara Walters. These are people with really, really hefty Wikipedia entries. This is a woman, we don't even know her name. She has no Wikipedia entry. She's a person who doesn't even exist. But she's a person who in her home, she is a queen. How much tremendous esteem and respect her daughters have for her, and her husband has for her. And when she goes out, you can see she goes with her 5 daughters places, and people are the mother. She has this incredible really queenly, regal kind of bearing, And it's just amazing reading about her, because I just think, I think that, seeing her raising these 5 girls, these 5 Jewish girls, and passing on love of the Jewish tradition to them, raising them to be observant Jews, and what an incredibly important job she is performing in the world. Even though she's a woman who doesn't have a career, she's not a person whose name we even know, but she is raising these Jews, and raising them, and doing it with so much love and joy, and I just think that she's really a heroic figure. I think that if I was writing a list of like the 100 most influential Jews of 1912, well, Mama would be on my list. So I just want to say, I think that so the people, the editors of Makor Rishon, they made this list of the 100 top influential Jews in the world, and I have this feeling, I have a very, very strong suspicion that if HaKadosh Baruch Hu was making this list of the 100 most influential Jews in the world, I think that there would be far more than four Jewish moms on that list, and I think that that among them there'd be far more than 4 of these moms, like Mama, women who will never have a Wikipedia entry, but that in Hashem's eyes, these women are among the most important women in the world, because they are raising Jewish children, and running their Jewish homes, and serving Hashem, and giving so much nachas to their Creator. And I wish all of you Jewish moms with an amazing week.